In this video series, we will be reviewing the process of creating a custom Checkmate probe to use with the Checkmate programming module. The basic workflow consists of 3 steps. First, create a 3D assembly model of the probe in SOLIDWORKS. Then second, using the Probe Builder 2 add-on, we add the Checkmate probe properties to that probe model. And finally, step 3 is to save the finished probe to a Checkmate PRB probe file. In this first video, we will be reviewing step 1. When you install Checkmate, there is a new folder installed in the Public Folders area. Inside of this folder are raw probe components for you to use to build your new probe. Also inside of this folder is another folder called Probe Builder 2, which has some files that we have made for you to use, such as the PH10 assembly file. Let's select that file as a starting point. This assembly file is made up of 3 separate components, but you can see that they are copies. This means that the 3 components are virtual components saved in this file and are not linked to any external files. This is a good thing. We will have to do this to the other components as we add them to this probe. Let's insert some component files using the Assembly tab. First, let's look for a PH10 extension, select it, and then pick a location for it. Pick a location below the PH10, as we will be mating them together later. Now, let's look for the TP2 triggering probe and pick a location to place it also. And finally, let's look for a stylus tip and pick a location to place it. The first thing to notice is that the 3 components we added are not copies. They are still tied to the external files that we loaded from our hard drive. To detach them from their external files, we right-click on each component and select Make Virtual. You can see that the 3 new components are now marked as copies. Now, still from the Assembly tab, we will use the Mate command to join all of our components together. It doesn't really matter, but let's start at the bottom and work our way up. First, we need to get them in a straight line. So we will select concentric on the left and then pick any diameter on each component. We click the green check mark to accept the concentric picks. The box is on the left clear because now we have to make the components flush to each other by selecting coincident on the left and then pick the mating face on each component. We select the green check mark to accept that mate. We are finished mating these 2 components together, so we hit the green check mark again to finish the command. Now we mate the TP2 to the large extension using the same procedure. Finally, we will mate up to the PH10 using the same procedure. We need to save this assembly file to a custom folder location. I made a new folder called Custom Probe Files. We are now finished step 1.